All right, what's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and this video we're gonna talk about stocks and volatility, and pretty much we're just gonna go over the market indexes, so the Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, and we're gonna talk about some ETFs and some mutual funds and commodity contracts and things like that, and where can you find them? All right, and this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Instead of just saying Dow Jones, this is the actual name for it, and it's just a stock market index of 30 large publicly owned companies, and that's all it is. So when you see it, you'll know what it is. And then the S&P 500, Standard and Poor's 500, 500 large cap companies, another stock market index. So whenever you see this, you're going to have more background as to what you're seeing and what and how the stocks are moving. Okay, and you have the NASDAQ. This is an actual stock exchange. Some people think that the NASDAQ is listed on the New York Stock Exchange, but the NASDAQ has its own exchange. It is the second largest exchange composed of small cap companies. All right, and we have the ETFs, exchange traded funds, and these track indexes, commodities, bonds, whatever you want. This tracks it, and it has individual stocks that play it. And instead of owning the contract, you can own the stock. Exchange traded notes is just about the same thing. Senior, unsecured, unsubordinated debt assigned to provide access to the returns of various market benchmarks. And you could say it's like an ETF, but at the same time, it's not. It's debatable. Leverage exchange traded funds, and this is where the fun is. This is where you get all your returns. So I typically go for triple leverage, and that just gives me the most return. So if an oil contract is up 3%, I'm doing 9%. If an oil contract is up 4%, I'm doing 12%. So it's pretty much that contract times the leverage return that you want to get, and that's what it is. So when you hear people talking about the fear index, it is pretty much the T VIX or whatever that volatility is traded off of, and it just measures the amount of sellers in that market. So if the market is down, the T VIX will be up for the day. Depends on how much the market is down. Depends on how much the T VIX will be up that day. So the T VIX is another leveraged return that you're getting. To sum it up, all you're doing is just shorting the market, and that's all it is. I know today I was able to profit on buying the T VIX. I bought it before Janet Yellen was able to get the meeting started, and as soon as she opened her mouth, I sold it for a gain. So it's things that you have to learn in the market, to do and not to do. So it's another fun tip and trick that I did today. So. Okay, since we're talking about the shorts, an ETF can be used in the short instead of buying the stock. So, say if I want to short an oil contract, say oil is down for the day 3%. I want to have the highest leverage return on that, which is DWTI. So oil is down 3%, and DWTI gives you three times the return on that contract. So I will be up 9%. So if oil's down 5%, I'm up 15%. And that's just to give you an example on how these shorts work. Okay, and market sector indexes. I'm sorry, but they just cannot be bought. So you cannot own the Dow Jones or buy some S&P 500. Although they do have ETFs that you can trade, and the prices will match to a certain extent. So the Dow Jones is at 17,900 something dollars, and the ETF for the Dow Jones will be $179. So they follow each other. So they'll give you the same type of return. So you have mutual funds, and mutual funds are typically for the long-term investor or something that you put in your 401k. But sometimes people trade these just to get a nice return. So if you're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange or you're one of the day traders, you'll probably trade a mutual fund depending on where the market is or where you think the market will go. So there's different types of mutual funds. You should look into that. I know if you want to have an actual mutual fund, you would probably have to pay the management fee or your financial advisor or whoever you want to buy that mutual fund to. But I know that some are free and some aren't free. So you have to look out for those as well. Okay, so we have commodity future contracts, and all it is just saying that This contract is for next month. So if we have oil at $50, they're talking about the contract for next month. If they say, okay, it's August, and they say that I don't know what price oil is for August right now, but we're just gonna say it's $52 because I think it's gonna go to 52. So let's say the commodity price for the contract is $52. They're talking about the price for September. So that's what a commodity future is, and it's just not for oil; it's for other commodities as well. Okay, and last but not least, you're gonna ask me where can I find these stocks, and you can find them on the website right here, etfdb.com, and it has every single stock that we talked about, every ETF short, every ETF bond, whatever you need, it is on there, and it has them categorized if you want double the leverage, triple the leverage, or if you just want a plain return. So check out the website and see if you can find some stocks. I know on if you watch the market news, there's stocks that tick at the bottom, and typically you can put those in your watch list as well. And if they're talking about a stock or a sector that you like, please put that in your watch list and watch that and see how that company grows as you watch it. Or if there's a company you don't like and you think that company might fall, please put that in your watch list, because if you put that in your watch list, you never know what could happen. That stock may be getting ready to soar or surge in the next coming months. So you want to prepare yourself because you just read this article on how something's going to change. They're getting ready to open new contracts and so much funding is going on. So if you don't even like the company, please put it in your watch list because you never know who they might do partnerships with or who they might get bought out from. So please put it in your watch list. Any stock that you see, put it in your watch list because it will help you out in the long run. And what I mean by help you out in the long run is that I don't follow all these companies for no reason. I have a reason. If they're in the same sector, if they're in the same class, if they do the same exact thing, I want to be able to follow that company. Just like if I follow two solar companies, they might do business with each other, or they might be exposed to different solar companies at a discount that they're doing business with, which will make that partnership spike on both ends. So the stock might be up on both ends of the deal. So it's different things that you have to watch out for. Just like if you watch out for oil, and you see that once you watch out for oil, all these oil companies pop up. So if you read an article on oil, and you would know who would benefit from the deal the most just off your watch list, because it will have the stocks that are listed in your watch list, or it'll have the stocks that aren't listed in your watch list. If they aren't listed in your watch list, please add them, because you never know if oil falls right back down. That's what they're predicting. But if that were to happen, you would know where to go and what stocks to play. So right now I just received a notification saying that Chesapeake is getting ready to run. But at the same time, I don't even know if that's true. So what you have to do is cipher through all this BS and opinions and see if you can find some facts, some accredited people that know what they're talking about. Because Seeking Alpha, they can come out with many articles that says people are gonna buy this and buy that. But if you do not have any facts behind it, it starts to be opinionated. All right, and that concludes this video. I hope everybody learned something. And if not, please go back and rewatch. Don't be ashamed to go back and rewatch or screenshot it, or even just screenshot it and do some research about it. So this information here is free. Everything is free. We can talk about penny stocks. I just need somebody to actually bring one up. I mean, I got a notification on one that went up 20%. No, it went up 35% today. So it's just things like that you have to watch out for. So use Seeking Alpha, but be cautious to what you buy into, because there might be somebody who's promoting a stock. Like I said, you might get caught holding the bag. So please don't be that person buying it just because somebody else says that it's going to go up and they do not have any reasons or facts behind that story. So watch out for that. And if you do not have these apps, download Yahoo Finance, CNBC, CNN, and Seeking Alpha. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.